Hello guys, welcome to the video. This is the part 2 of IoT platform application final review. So now we can move to another part, another section, and it's reports. We talked about reports already in the video where we went through installation of OpenReports. But here it is slightly different approach. From reports created in the OpenReports, we can get functional APIs by few clicks. First of all, we have to pair our OpenReport with the IoT application. We will do that by going into OpenReport, and we have to go to the settings, and I already did it, sorry. Enable API for reading report, copy the link, and now put this link here into the settings of IoT platform, and you will fill it in here. I already did that, but this is the step-by-step guide as I showed you now. Now, as you can see in the report, we have already prepared one report. So in the IoT platform, we can go into the report section, click on the create, and this is the report we saw just now in the OpenReport. We can click on it, we can give it a name, I don't know, no, it can stay as test, and I can submit it. Now we can copy URL address, and when we will reach it in our browser, you can see that there is report from the values in CSV format. These values are the same as here in Open Platform Report. Also, if you need it, you can click here and add a security token for your report, or you can see how many times it was used. So we entered it just once, so there is a number 1 in here. Okay, so now we can go to the next section, which can be, I would say, alerts. Alerts are important part for monitoring states of devices. Every device can have some problems, and with this we can see them all in one place. This alert can be invoked in more ways. It could be invoked in the driver. For example, if a camera that should be sending us data after request is not responding, we can invoke an alert, or we can process data in the flow, evaluate them, and based on some conditions we can create an alert. In this case, I will show you how to create an alert from the flow application. In one of the previous videos about the installation of the application flow, we connected received data with the flow by TMS component. And you can see it right here. Now we can create an architecture that will invoke an alert in our IoT platform. We will do it with data sorter. We can connect it here, and then call for alert. But sorry, my mistake. Here we have to put alert message, and now we can put here a print component and click on apply. Now we can put here a condition about temperature, and where sensor ID would be AirQ temperature, because we want only values associated with temperature to go through, and value should be higher than, I would say, 40. we can save this condition and apply. Oh, yeah, my bad, we have to connect it like this. And we can change alert message, but now it's good for our case, so I will leave it like this. And now it's ready for received data. So now we can go back here to Rapid API. I will change body and temperature to, I would say, 50 for one of our devices, and we will send this request to our platform. Now, as you can see, it went through this branch of our flow, and when we go back to the IoT platform and refresh alerts, you can see that there is a alert message from the text from alert message component in the flow. Temperature is higher than 50 degrees Celsius. It's from device test because we send it on this device, and also which sensor is it, what type it is, and where we got this alert. And just like this, you can create an alert in your IoT platform. Now we can move to another interesting section, which is panels. Panels are implementation of creating a small page for information displays. For example, we can imagine a case that we have meteo values from some school building. We can have a display in the entry room where everyone can see measured values like temperature, humidity, and more. This page is updated dynamically by received data, so it is very easy to implement with just opening an URL address on the display. When we want to create a new panel, we have to click on the button create a new. We will put here name test, for example, and width will be 100 pixels and height will be 100 pixels. Now I click on the submit button. Now we have to click here and copy URL address for a flow. In the flow, we have to go to the creating of a new component and click on the link endpoint option. Here I will put test, group name will be panels, and we can change icon to, for example, computers. Now we will copy here the address from the IoT platform and we can click on the create. Now, as you can see, new component appeared here. Now we can create a new, I would say, branch here, and we will put here a data sorter. Then we will put here a rectangular component, then transformer, our panel, and a print component. Now we can connect them together and it can look like this. For example, and click on the apply button. I already filled in some data in the components, but I will show you so you will know what I did. I copied the condition from the previous data sorter, but I put in here one more condition because we want to have only data from the device with serial number 1, 2, 3 to go to the next component. In the next component, I filled in some basic HTML content with some CSS and rectangular because we want to render value which is in the value property of our object. And the next component is transformer, and this is just for transform our data to data compatible with next component, which is our panel. Now we can go back to IoT platform and click on the preview, and as you can see, this is the small web page with box with width 100 pixels and height 100 pixels because we set it in the settings for the panel. Now we can go to Rapid API and we can send a request here, just like this. And as you can see, the temperature we sent in the request appeared here. Now I can change it, for example, for 25 and send another request. And nothing happened because my bad. We have to change this condition and I don't want the condition for the temperature here. Now I can save this and apply. We can go back here and send this request again, and as you can see, the temperature changed. Also, I will put here 17, for example, send a request, and again temperature changed in our page. You can create much more nicer pages with this, but it was just for example purposes. So, okay, that is all to our IoT platform series, and I hope you learned something new with these videos, and I will happily share with you more knowledge about Total.js. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.